Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to show you how to crochet a basket similar to this. I made this today. I just kind of went with the flow. It's not perfect. The bottom, I don't like how it lined up here, so I am going to show you a different way, but it's still pretty cute. And then I made one similar a couple weeks ago using a wooden base. I will put a link in the description box if you would like to get some of these. So basically, you would just attach all of your cord first to the base and then work your way up. I can make a separate tutorial if you would like this, just drop a comment. But today we are going to be making one with a bottom like this. So for this one I used 6mm braided cord. For this one I used 5mm braided cord. I am actually going to go ahead and use the 5, and this is in the color mauve. I will drop a link to where I purchased this also in the description box below. So when you are using this braided cord, the Babini brand, you find the piece with the knot, and this is where you start and you just pull. And you do not ever take off this because it will unravel everything. So this is how you get started, just keep pulling it. So they suggest using an 8 to 10mm hook. I am using a 10. And let's get started. Okay, to get started, we need to make a magic circle or a magic ring. So I take my cord and I place the tail end like this. I wrap it over my 2 fingers. I kind of cross it over like that. And then I take my hook and I place it underneath my first cord here. And then I pull that second one under, and then I wrap it around. And then I grab it with my 2 fingers. I just pinch it like that. And then I grab like this and I chain 1. And there are many different ways to make a magic ring. I just find this to be the easiest. And then you just kind of pull it to make it tight to just lock it into place. So we are going to chain 2. And now we are going to place 10 double crochet into this magic ring. We are not going to count the chain 2 as one of the double crochets, okay? So that's just ignore that. We're going to yarn over, place the hook through the circle, the magic ring, pull through. Now you should have 3 loops. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, and pull through the next 2. And that is a double crochet. We are going to repeat this again. Yarn over, insert through the magic ring, pull it through, and you'll have 3 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So that is the second one. So we are going to place 10. I will meet you back when we reach 10. Okay, here's 10. We can count it by looking at these here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't count that one. That was the chain 2 that we did. So now it's time to close it. So you just pull on the tail. And it will close. Just keep pulling to tighten it. Okay. Now to close the round, we are not going to slip stitch into these first 2. This is the chain 2 we created. We are going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. So you just place your hook underneath those 2, and you're going to yarn over, pull through, and then pull straight through. And we have closed our first round. Okay, so for round 2, we will chain 2. And again, we are not counting this as one of our stitches. So we are going to place 1 double crochet into that same stitch right here. And then for the rest of these, we will place 2 double crochet. And then at the end, I'll show you how we close the round. I will meet you at the end. Okay, when you get to the last one where you're placing 2, you should end up with a total of 19 because when we did a chain 2, we only put 1 into that spot. So now we're going to put 1 here in this last spot to close this. So just place 1 here. And now you should end up with 20 double crochets all the way around. Now we're going to place our slip stitch into the top of our first double crochet. And that completes that round. Again, we will chain 2. We will place 1 double crochet into the first stitch. And then 2 into the next one. And then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2, and that is the pattern, and we should end up having 30 at the end. So I just did 2, so now I'm doing 1. Then I'll do 2. And then just continue this all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. So again, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way to the end, and you should end at 30. Okay, I have 30 double crochets, and I am going to slip stitch back into this first double crochet. And that will complete round 3. Now for my 4th round, we are actually going to change this from double crochet to half double crochet. So again, we will chain 2. I just put more lotion on my hands, so I'm slipping and sliding on my hook. Okay, and now we are going to place a half double crochet into the first 2 stitches. So just like the double crochet, we will yarn over, we will go through, pull up a loop, and now instead of going through 2 and then another 2, we are just going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So now we will do that one more time. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, that was 2. Now in this one, so that was 2 as in, that was 1 in each, so there's 2 total so far, and now we will put 2 into this actual stitch. Here's our second one. Okay, because I put lotion on, I'm actually going to change my hook to this one because it has a grip. Otherwise, I'm going to keep sliding all over. Okay, so now it's time to do another one by itself, and another one by itself, and then 2 into the next one. So that is the pattern for this round. You will put 1 by itself, 1 by itself, and then 2. So 1, 1, 2, and again, these are half double crochet. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, all the way around, half double crochets. I'll meet you back when we get to the end. Okay, when I get to the end, I end up with 39, so we need 40. So we are going to, so it ended with 2, 1, so we are going to add 1 more here. Okay, so that should give us 40. Now we are going to start doing the walls of our basket. This is the base, a magic ring that has 10 double crochet, and then we did a chain 1, and then we have our round 2 that ends up with 20 double crochet, and then we did a chain 2, and then our third round ends with 30 double crochet, and then our fourth round we just ended with 40 half double crochet, and we did half because of how we are going to start the walls of our basket. Okay, for round 5 we are actually going to slip stitch into, so I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain that we made instead of the half double crochet, because I'm going to try to make this a little more seamless. I'm new to crochet, and I like to just try out different things to see what works better. So this is what I'm doing for me. If you want to do it with a slip stitch into this one, you can, but this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to place my hook through this first chain. So we had chain 2, so 1, 2, so the top chain, the back loop only, and I'm going to slip stitch. And this is what it's going to look like. So I've been making several different crochet baskets with the wooden base and trying all different techniques, and I find that doing a single crochet works best when you're getting started. So we are going to actually single crochet into, so we just did half double crochet, so not these two pieces, not the V. We are going to do the second and the third, so the piece right behind our half double crochet. So I'll show you. So we're going to place our hook into the second one, and then also there's like a third one back there. And you're going to yarn over, pull through, and this whole time I've been going like this, but now we are going to start working up. So instead of yarning over, I believe it's called yarning under now, and I'm going to pull through here. And that is my first single crochet. So the next one, again, I'm going in the second loop and that third one back here. You can see. Yarn over, pull through, and then I'm going to go from this way and pull through. Again, go through the first, go through the second and the third. So it looks like that. So you're ignoring that first one. I'm going to pull it through, and then I'm going to yarn under and pull through both. We're doing this the whole way around. Okay, so again, through the second and the third. This one I do yarn over. Then when I go up here and pull through, I do it by yarning under. And you are going to continue this the whole way around. And don't forget to do the second and the third, ignoring the first one. And then I will meet you back at the end. Okay, and now I am at the end of the round, and I'm going to put one more into this one here. And it somewhat matches at the bottom. Let's see, compared to my other one. So let me show you. This is the bottom for this one. And you really won't see that once it's laying flat anyway. And then this one, see, it like literally was like way off because I was not connecting the rounds. I was just going continuous. So this one we did connect the rounds, so it's a little smoother. Okay, so now that is the first part for our sides. Now I am going to place a single crochet all the way around again. This time I will go ahead and go through both of the loops. First one's always hard. all the way around. Okay, I will meet you back at the end when I am done with this round. Okay, we have one more to go. And so that is it for this bottom part. Now I am going to start this part. I am calling them granny clusters because they are inspired from the granny square design with the clusters. So we will, at this point, we will chain 2. Okay. And then I am going to put a double crochet into that same stitch. Now I am going to chain 1, so this chain 2 will actually count as one of the double crochets. So we have chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then I skipped 2 spaces, so skip 1, 2, and then I'm going to put 2 double crochet into that 3rd stitch. And then there's 1, here's 2. Okay, and then another chain 1, and we're doing this the whole round. So then you just skip 2, 1, 2, and you go into the 3rd one with 2 double crochets. Again, chain 1. I'll do one more cluster with you. So skip 2, and then into the 3rd you're going to place 2 double crochets. Chain 1 and continue until you get to the end, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, I have one more section to go. And so 1, 2, and then it goes into this 3rd. Okay, when you finish that, chain 1 and slip stitch into the first, like the top part of your chain, the first stitch here. Okay, and then just pull this up just so we can look at it. So now I'm gonna do my final round for the top part of this, and it'll look somewhat like this one. Now, if you do want to know how you continue it, just again drop a comment and I will make another tutorial with multiple rows of the clusters. But for now, what we will do is we will put a single crochet into the back loop only, going all the way around. So this is where I did my slip stitch, so I'm going to start right here. So you see how that all looks like that. Ignore those and go into this first one at the top of this double crochet. So I'm just going to put it into the back loop only, pull through, and again I'm going under. So back loop only, pull through, under. Just do this all the way around and try to keep your tension pretty consistent so that the top ends up looking nice and smooth when you're done. So do that all the way around and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I am at the last one right here. And I'm just gonna pull this a little bit. So as you can see, this is nice and flat, whereas this one that I made here has some bumps. And it's because when I did this one, I was doing my top row, I think I was doing like single crochet, double, single, double. And in this one, I'm just doing all singles and it works out much better. It's much more smooth, which this one's still pretty cool looking. I feel like it almost looks like a crown. Again, it's trial and error. I'm learning, so it's pretty cool looking still. Okay, so I find that when I'm done, instead of closing it with a slip stitch, I'm going to just cut it. So I'm gonna cut my cord, leave yourself a little bit of a tail. Just grab one of these needles if you have one and pull through. And then you're going to put your cord through that. I have metal ones, but I like these little plastic ones because the holes are bigger. Anyway, then you're going to take the needle and go from the inside, and so this is where we would have done a slip stitch. We are going to just put this through. So you want to be careful that you don't go through any of the other cords so it goes in smooth. So you might have to adjust it a little bit. Okay, so pull through. And then once it's here, to create that same V, we're just going to go skip the front and go through the back only, and then also grab that loop back there and pull through. And then it makes it more seamless because, as you can see, it just creates a new V. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see. Then as you can see, it creates a new V, so it looks like you never closed it. And now you're just going to work your yarn. I don't need all this. So we're going to work our yarn into the inside of the basket just to hide it. So I normally just go, just pick a few different spots to go in and out of. A lot of people do this different, and a lot of people don't show how they do it in their videos, but I'll show you the best that I can. So yeah, just keep working it in, just hiding it. You can go back and forth, so you can go this way. Oh, but you see how I grabbed a little piece, so you gotta be careful that that doesn't happen. So let's see, did I do it again? Nope, I got it that time. Oh, I popped it through. Okay, then I will go down. It's a little different when you're doing it so that the camera can see. Do it again through, how about these three here? Okay, and that should be good. I mean, I don't think you would wash this, so it shouldn't come apart or anything. And then this one here, do the same thing. Just loop it through a couple of these and then just cut them off, and then we will see when it's done. Okay, and that is it. I just cut off those little pieces on the inside and you are done. Looks pretty good. You could just kind of stretch it a little bit. So depending on the size yarn or cord that you use, your basket will be bigger or smaller. If this was 3mm and I did the exact same, it would look smaller just because of the thickness. So that's why I like using larger cord, but it looks pretty good. So you can use this for anything. You could put a bunch of bottles in it in your bathroom. You can use it for a plant, keys at your front door, anything that you would use a basket for. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I explained everything pretty clear for you. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.